Honored guests, lend me your ears. Long has our Fevremon suffered, without a true monarch to guide her and her people. Decades have passed since last His Majesty Erland sat atop the Draken throne. Long have we endured, yet it has not been for naught. At last, the bell has tolled on the age of the Council. At last, we may celebrate the coming of our rightful ruler. The return of the Sovereign.
My word! Such an inspiring visage.
Your Majesty shall have my eternal fealty.
Your Majesty, oh how long I have waited this moment.
Behold, before you sits the rightful inheritor of the Draken throne, chosen by the dragon as its enemy. Behold and rejoice! Fortune has delivered us our Savior at last! At last! Praise be, for only the Sovereign's guidance can lead us true. All hail the Sovereign! All hail! Let all present pledge their allegiance to the Sovereign. Let us be united in the hope that our liege's reign will ne'er end. Long live the Sovereign of Vermont!
Arisen, thou who wouldst slay the dragon, if thou seekest to behold this world in its true aspect, abandon thy reason. Cast aside thine heart and thy life both. I ask thee to demonstrate thy will, for naught but thine ambition can alter the course of the rivers of fate.
Which one of you was it? No need to be shy. I've just got to take down a record of your name and face. Come on, step forward. Aha! I thought I recognized you. ill like that look in your eyes. 'Tis queerly brazen for a pawn. Most of your kind have eyes blank as a cadaver's. Mayhap 'tis only natural, seeing as how you rise from the dead. There's aught different about you, though. Could it be that you fear death just as we mortals do? Worry not, vessel. 3 days here, and you'll be longing for death's sweet embrace. Come along, you feckless dullards.
Face it.
First, assess the
one's coming
field,
to my rescue.
then act accordingly.
It burns, it does. With every
I'll
breath.
sleep like a log tonight.
What do you think you're up to, layabout? Get a move on!
Everyone's as tired as I am. Seems like.
Do your injuries pain you? Pray, do not overexert yourself. This is no place for one of your ilk. 'Tis harsh beyond measure. Even we pawns are pushed to the brink. You ought not anger the overseer. Let us proceed to the site. This armor seen better days.
Sets my thoughts down dark paths.
Everyone's as tired as I am. Seems like.
Time for you to get to work.
Swears a little thinner each passing year.
You are prepared to work. Then you ought begin by carrying stones out from the station in the back and bringing them here.
I'll not stick my head where it will get cut off.
The vicinity is quite cluttered. Pray leap.
A job well done. Now the next step is to... What is this commotion? Perhaps we ought to investigate.
No, the damn thing's been awoken. You unfell that fiend, even at the cost of your lives! Get me out of here! Now!
Your foes should draw to fear. Counter them with a well-aimed kick. Boulders, barrels, and the like make effective weapons for clever combatants.
Are you unharmed?
Get chase! Make ready. We move to a descent. Consarne!
You ought flee while you can. After all, your charge awaits you. You cannot linger in this place forever. You have lost your memories. 'Tis surely the work of a fell curse, but worry not. You need only believe in your own destiny, Arisen.
Son it. The accursed creature escaped.
Oi, you! Get back here!
This way, Arisen! Come this way. Let us flee.
You must go. It is the only path forward.
No one could survive a fall from this height. Not even a pawn. Don't just stand there! Shoot it down! Getting away! Bring it down! Bring it down!
Go now, lost soul.
Pray, keep your distance, Arisen. Worry not for me. The brine may swallow me whole, but I will not perish. There is a stone not far from here, known as a rift stone. Pray, seek it out. If you're truly the Arisen, then our paths will surely cross again.
Oi! Are you all right? What happened here? A griffin appears one moment and falls the next. And now you stand before me. Was it you then? The one who was riding on its back? 'Tis a wonder you survived. Accompany me to the stronghold. We'll treat your wounds and hear your story. Where exactly is this jail you say you escaped from, anyway? I've never heard of such a place. There's certainly naught like that here in Vermont. Could it be you were held in the neighbouring country of Batal? Nay, I suppose that's unlikely. We've been estranged from Batal ever since the war. It is difficult to imagine any citizen of Vermont being sent there. Fie! Goblins! Let's take up your weapons, sir. You'll be needing it. If you find your strength lacking, imbibe a curative or have a bit of green orange. Where are you going? I'll not force you to receive treatment, but I'd at least like a word. When one of the fiends comes for you, best guard or dodge, else you'll be sore on the morrow. There are oft items to be scavenged from the bodies of... Have you beheld the dragon as yet? I've not, and I count that a blessing. All I know for sure is that 'tis a beast e'er more fearsome than a griffin. One need only look to the miserable state of the village of Meld to see that. We can but hope that the Sovereign will rid us of it ere long. No means part of that is the Sovereign's duty, isn't it? The dragon really is unprepared. The Sovereign is among the people and steps forth to jeopardize it. I dare say Vernon owes much of its prosperity to the sovereigns who have served it over time. Though, personally, I'm just glad to know we've got someone looking out for us. Speaking of, 'twould seem fortune smiled on you this day, sir. You might have fallen in the water back there. And I can scarce imagine aught more tragic than finding freedom, only to be immediately engulfed by the brine.
Welcome, Arisen. We pawns have long awaited your arrival.
What is this? Pawns. They bend the knee to you so readily, but then... No. Surely you cannot be the Arisen.
You seek the Rift Stone, do you not? We can take you to it. Pray. Come this way. Before you stands a Rift Stone. Tis a gate by which we of the Pawn Legion may cross o'er into this world. Pray, summon your pawn. Simply paint with your mind's eye the loyal attendant whom you would have serve you.
The people here are evacuated.
The people here are evacuated and safe.
The people here are evacuated and safe. For the moment. There are more who can... The people here are evacuated and safe. For the moment. Pawns are known as crossers of the rift, for we are able to connect to and traverse other realms beyond this one. When we return,
'Tis our duty to use our experiences and the knowledge we have gained to aid you on your journey, Arisen. From this day forth, I shall serve you as your loyal pawn, and aught I learn beyond the rift will be at your disposal.
Well, you truly are the Arisen then. Strange. I thought the Arisen was in the capital. Surely there's only meant to be one Arisen. Fie, this is all beyond my ken. The Watchhead would know what to do, I'm sure. Though, as luck would have it, he's away. I suppose we'll save any further questions till the Watchhead returns. You're free to do as you like afore then. What? Mayhap you could make for Melve then? 'Twas set upon by the dragon not long ago. The Arisen is said to bear some deep connection to the dragon. Should you be Arisen, mayhap you'll recall aught of import there.
Hail, Arisen. Pray, ask aught very well. May fortune...
I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any useful mechanisms I espy. Let us work together to honor the Arisen's trust. Nothing to report, I'm afraid.
Restoration and reinforcement are the purview of a mage. You'll be safe in my care, Arisen.
Restoration and reinforcement are the purview of a mage. You'll be safe in my care, Arisen. Are you fit to travel? Then let's not dawdle.
Something about this place makes me nervous.
Townspeople depend. I'll not stick my head where it will get cut off.
Hoy there! You seem well tired. Tell you what, you can. My pa always used to say, there's naught a good night's sleep can't fix. Not much else I can offer, I'm afraid, but you'll find all sorts at a finer inn. Aye, being armed is better than being defenseless, even if you're untrained. Still, 'tis worth devoting yourself to a vocation if you can. Opens up new doors, it does. You should stop by the inn in Melve if you get the chance. No hard feelings if you prefer it. They've much... more to offer.
There are worse things than turning in early, I must say.
A moment long awaited. I knew 'twas only a matter of time before your skills reached a new height.
There's no discipline that steadfast devotion cannot teach.
I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings, and if you'd like to change your vocation, come see me anytime. Always a pleasure.
A treasure chest! Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Not much going on.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make...
Hail! You a soldier? 'Twould be a surprise to see you arrive in one piece if not. Hordes of monsters have been plaguing this area of late, you see. We've had to start sending out new recruits to cull them.
Is that so? Who went yonder?
Lachlan. But I dare say he'll fare all right.
Aye, I expect he will. Who was sent out that way then?
Ocado. To be honest, sir, I'm a little worried for him.
What? Weren't harpies reported in that area? The lad can't handle those beasts on his own.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Fie! I want to go to his aid, but we can't just abandon our posts. Say, you seem stout of heart. Would you be willing to go in our stead? 'Tisn't far, only a short ways out from the main gate. You've my thanks. And a...
Our aid is required, Master. Let us depart with due haste.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Wait! Don't leave me here, Arisen!
Do not despair! I'm coming to your aid!
Thank goodness someone has a hand to lend!
How am I meant to slay the beasts if I cannot strike them? Get down here, you feathered fiends!
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well.
Is that all of them? You have my thanks. I do not believe for a moment I could have slain those creatures without your help. I've only just enlisted, and when I thought this could be the end of me, I was paralyzed. You saved me this time, but I won't always be so fortunate. I'll have to train harder, till I have the confidence to face such beasts on my own. Well, I'd best be heading back, but I'll be sure to let my superiors know of your good deed. I hope we meet again someday.
Shall we report back now?
How dare you!
Hail, friend! Many thanks for aiding Ocado. 'Twas a relief to see him return, and none the worse for wear.
Aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back alive had you not intervened.
'Twas a bit too early for him to be seeing actual combat. That much was made well clear. We'll be extending his training period. The instructors here are well known for whipping recruits into shape with their grueling regimes.
Speaking of training regimes, I must admit I've half a mind to ask you to join us. We could use someone with your experience.
We have succeeded in defending our charge. A sign of good things to come, mayhap?
It was a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
What manner of treasures will I find today? I can scarce wait to find out.
I shall take this.
You have my protection.
A material. Useful things, these.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away. Behold the state of the village. 'Tis a sorry sight indeed. The dragon truly is calamity incarnate. Mayhap a walk through the streets would help jog your memory? When the Arisen appears, so too does the dragon. 'Tis an immutable truth.
Pitiable Arisen.
Let's fix this up right.
Hast thou forgotten thy destiny, thy charge? That is most unfortunate. But it doth not release thee from thy fate. this moment forth. Thou art arisen. Charge and
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me. Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? Pray, save your thanks. 'Tis only just that I should aid you in turn. After all, 'Tis only by your courage that I live today. Had you not leapt between me and that dragon, I know you suffered for it. Such ghastly wounds. And I could not hear your heart beating. It was a miracle that you survived. Arisen, I'm afraid I don't understand your meaning. Does it have aught to do with why you were taken to the castle? They said 'twas so that your wounds could be treated, though I fear you have no memory of this either.
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with Arisen-like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. I'm glad I found you. The ruler of Vermont, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your presence. Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are arisen, you will be received with open arms. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw, he was having a drink at the inn.
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
What are you up to?
Doubtful. The way I hear it, about a dozen Arisen had crawled out of the woodwork by the time the throne had settled. Not that I care a lick either way. It's all the same to me.
These writings could be of import.
Let's have a look then.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defense.
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary? Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my... I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well, if you can believe it. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way. But what more can I do? What? Suppose there's no harm in that. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait.
We could make the fruit robberant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Rune's apothecary here in Melve.
At last! It all...
Ah, well met. Here for some fruit roberant, are we? Between you and me, cuz, they're mighty easy to make. Simple as combining the ingredients if you know what they are. Always a pleasure.
We ought not tarry, but deliver what we have retrieved post-haste.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit roberant for me? Oh, well, if you do pick some up... Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit roberant for me? So this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper like, I'll bet.
My heart is light as a feather after that exchange.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a... Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. Go on, 'twill only... If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. Naturally, it is a vocation for those who seek to master the bow, and exceptionally at close range, however, a bow is nary more useful than a walking stick. Aye, the secret to being a successful archer is maintaining distance. Very well, there is no wrong, but I shan't take up any more...
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
Lots to do. And precious little time. Here at the inn, we also offer. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself.
Do come again.
Could have sworn I had ought to attend to. You really ought to have returned by now.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The watchhead's waiting for you.
Let us speak with everyone we can think of who might know aught of use.
What am I to do? You really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for you.
Well met, sir. How might I be to serve?
Time to be heading home.
What am I to do? You really ought to have returned by now.
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding. A task that can... What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not... Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to... I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
Saurians are monsters of fearsome strength, 'tis true, but I've yet to meet a foe that explosive casks can't scatter.
Ah, you've returned. First and foremost, my thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need... Very well. Speak with...
You're staring, Arisen. Has aught yonder caught your eye?
Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment. I'll gather this. It might be of use. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. You ought to reclaim your faithful pawn.
I hope we shall find a rift stone anon. Travelling with reduced numbers sets me ill at ease.
What am I to do? You really ought to have returned by now.
Full glad I am to be returned to you, Master. I cannot thank you enough.
What should I get up to? What am I to do? You really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs on.
'Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
A hard day's work, too. I'm about ready for a break.
Well, that appears to have sent some to finish the job. I'd have you drop a jar of poison into them. With any luck, the Saurians... But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. You must make sure your aim is good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the Saurian's nest, and your task...
Now we are to throw a jar of poison. Be sure to handle it with care, Master.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with...
Well done, Master. Those Saurians shan't dare approach the village for some time, thanks to your efforts.
'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
Gotta fix this up proper.
It's been a hard day.
What to make of this?
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your...
And I must say, you've a fine art. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skill, or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
'Tis done.
Huzzah! You've done it!
Well done, everyone.
What will our next adventure have in...
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us be...
Goblins, Master! I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
Tis no more or less than what one might have expected.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermont. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many...
Stay with me, Arisen. Wait a moment.
I can't wait to find out what's inside.
Might we remove this hindrance somehow? I am ready to attack, Master. I would gladly be of aid, Arisen.
Is that a statue I espy over yonder?
We ought to take a closer look.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean?
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the captain. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Suppose I best earn my keep.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
I've got a good feeling about this.
We've got goblins! Focus your strength, Arisen! Your soul! Do try not to catch cold. Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
I wouldn't mind a chance to doze off as the hills roll by.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your...
I'll not take that from you.
Strike! Now!
Ball's lost. That's quite enough. Goblins, Master!
Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat?
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
Riding in an ox cart would be a welcome reprieve.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, you must submit to questioning. If you value your life, I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation. You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of the... Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became... The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally... Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain.
Best be on my guard.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Thought you could hide, eh? Oi!
Now, mayhap I'll buy myself. Where was I bound again?
Fruits barely lift their swords.
These writings could be of import.
Let's have a look then.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Come back anytime.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Fine wares all.
I can't help but feel like wasting my time here.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants.
Should Disa denounce your majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks on What say you? Might I thank you, your majesty. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge.
There is no shortage of beasts that need culling in this world.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim as a true arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, your majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Disa demanded Waldar amend the code of Vermont to her own benefit, and many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that your majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for your majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to...